Once upon a time there was a young girl named Lucy who lived in a small village at the edge of a deep, dark forest. One sunny Saturday morning, Lucy decided to go exploring in the woods behind her house. She packed a backpack with some snacks and a bottle of water and headed out on the trail that led into the trees. As Lucy hiked deeper into the forest, the trees grew thicker and taller, blocking out more and more sunlight. After about an hour of walking, Lucy realized she had lost sight of the trail and had no idea which way led back home. She tried not to panic. As she turned around in circles searching for the way back, she noticed the forest sounds had grown quiet. Even the bird songs and insect chirps she had heard earlier were now strangely absent. The forest seemed to be holding its breath, as if waiting for something to happen. Just then, Lucy heard a twig snap behind her. She whirled around and let out a startled gasp. Standing there was a creature unlike any she had ever seen before. He had the hindquarters and legs of a goat, a human torso, and the head and horns of a ram. His eyes glowed emerald green. "Well, well, what have we here?" the creature asked in a gravelly voice. "I'm Lucy," she stammered. "Who are you?" "I'm called Silenus," he replied. "And you, my dear Lucy, are quite lost." Lucy nodded, on the verge of tears. "Can you help me find my way home?" Silenus stroked his beard thoughtfully. I can certainly try. But first, come with me. We must seek the wisdom of the crone." Though uncertain, Lucy didn't feel like she had any better options, so she followed Silenus deeper into the woods. After about 10 minutes, they came to a tiny cottage nearly invisible beneath thick green moss and vines. Smoke twirled up from the chimney. Silenus pointed to the door. "Go on, knock," he said. "The crone will help." Lucy stepped up on the creaky porch and knocked softly on the door. "Come in, child," a crackly voice answered from within. Lucy entered the dim cottage. Dried herbs and plants hung from the rafters. A black cat regarded Lucy curiously from its perch near the fireplace. At a table in the center of the room sat an impossibly ancient woman with a wild mane of white hair. "Welcome, Lucy," the crone rasped. "I've been expecting you." You know who I am?" Lucy asked. "Oh yes, you are lost in the hazelwood, a forest full of magic and wonder. Not all who wander here find their way home." The crone smiled, revealing a mouth full of crooked teeth. "But I'm here to help." She gestured for Lucy to sit. The crone peered deeply into Lucy's eyes. A brave heart I see, and a spirit of kindness. I do believe you may just be worthy." "Worthy of what?" Lucy asked. "Why, worthy of finding the door back home, of course," the crone exclaimed. "Deep in these woods lies a secret portal that will return you to your village. But only the pure of heart can pass through unharmed." The crone opened a creaky cupboard and took out a small, silver hand mirror. "This is a sorcerer's glass," she explained. "It will guide your way, but only if you use it with wisdom and care. Understand?" Lucy's eyes went wide as she nodded. She took the mirror carefully. "Use it wisely," the crone cautioned. She then packed Lucy a satchel with some bread and fruit and sent her on her way. Back outside the cottage, Silenus was waiting. "All set then?" he asked. "Good luck. Perhaps we'll meet again if you ever return to the Hazelwood." He then disappeared down the forest path. Alone again, Lucy pulled out the sorcerer's glass. The mirror didn't look magical, but she trusted what the crone had told her. "Please show me the way home," Lucy whispered to it. At once, her reflection warped and twisted. When the glass cleared again, Lucy now saw a winding forest trail leading to a stone archway carved with strange symbols and runes. Beyond the arch, a sunny meadow was visible. Hopeful, Lucy set off following the path shown in the mirror. The trees soon grew so thick she could no longer see the sun. Strange shadows danced around her. Her heart pounded, but she kept a steady pace, keeping to the path revealed by the sorcerer's glass in glimpses. Finally, just when it seemed like the forest would never end, Lucy arrived before the stone arch. It looked ancient and moss crawled across its surface. The runes glowed with an otherworldly blue light. She hesitated only a moment before passing through. Lucy blinked as she stepped out of the dark forest into warm sunlight. She was in the meadow she had seen in the mirror. In the distance, she could see the familiar houses of her village. The sorcerer's glass had led her back home. With a joyful laugh, Lucy raced down the hill towards home. She couldn't wait to tell her family about her extraordinary adventure in the Hazelwood. But would they even believe her? As she ran, Lucy glanced back over her shoulder at the stone arch glimpsed between the trees. Had it all been a dream? She clutched the sorcerer's glass tightly in her hand and smiled. She knew in her heart she would return to the magical Hazelwood forest again someday. But for now, she was happy to be home.